Good morning, everyone. My name is Vaibhav Dhuri. I work as a technical consultant for Beacon, and I have been using SolidWorks for more than 5 years now. Let us go ahead and discuss the agenda for the day. We'll first discuss about the challenges for this particular industry of industrial equipments. Then we'll see some office intangibles for business to work efficiently. Then we'll see this particular product called as Collaborative Business Innovator. So for this point, I'll just call it as a product that we'll see in the webinar today. And then we'll see the amalgamation of SolidWorks and 3D Experience platform and future roadmap map towards this. And finally, we'll end this up with a Q&A session. Speaking about the challenges in the industrial equipments, as you all know, this pandemic has begun a new normal, wherein the organizational business complexities they have grown to a level where we need to work remotely. So overcoming those challenges is one of the important entity here. And if we talk about particular the local challenges in design, so making changes to design, creating manufacturable designs and cutting time to market is also a couple of challenges here. And as you all know, validation of the design is very important. So which if we need to validate a particular design and of adopting a physical prototype method could be a costly endeavor. So checking the reliability of the design is very important. And then if you conduct the inspection activity, so creating out reports for inspection which may contain errors and inconsistencies, as well as designs which are very complex needs to be communicated to clients, to vendors, even to internal team members. So communicating that design is also one of a challenge here. So let us see some business office intangibles: common resource and goal. Now, every organization has a perspective, has a common goal, has a common resource, and every employee of that organization needs to understand that particular goal. Okay, then employee level engagement is required. So to work in a common culture, to work in a common environment, it is very important to engage with employees, to develop them. Okay, and then uh, while this development is going on, it is also important to share the information, to communicate the information, communicate the data along different teams, different departments, different members of team, and the sharing should be seamless. And finally, interaction between different team members, different teams, different departments, maybe formal and informal, so that should happen seamlessly. So based on these four pillars, okay, a business can work very efficiently. If you have these four pillars ready, you can run your business without having any hurdles. So let us see how you can overcome these challenges. Now, let us talk about collaboration. So when I say collaboration, it's a very broad perspective word, wherein you have different entities involved. But what I'm talking about collaboration is for a particular organization to work. Now, if I talk about a physical office, a physical infrastructure, okay, what are the different things that we do? Like I've already spoken about the common goal. We all work at a particular environment where we have our work desk. We have our ideation meetings. We have our discussion meetings. We have a conference room. We have a office server. Okay, we have a user license for work on our workstation, for work on our softwares, and we also communicate informally with friends, with team members. Okay, so these all is a synopsis of something that we do inside a physical office. Now we all know that this pandemic has been disastrous for all of us, and we have understood a particular scenario wherein the remote working or having a digital office is the need of the day. So let us the collaboration is the key towards transition from physical office to the digital office, and that can be done through the 3D experience platform, which is the key. So when I speak about 3D experience platform, basically it's a cloud-based platform. Okay, and there are on this platform there are a couple of apps. So a platform is similar to something that we where we can do all those activities that we currently do in a physical environment. And these applications that you see on the right hand side, they help you in doing the complete process. So for now, 3D Experience is a cloud based platform. So let us see some collaboration roles involved here. So here, the collaborative business innovator is one of the role of the 3D Experience platform. So inside this role, there are couple of applications. So as you can see, there are about 18 applications here, and this is consisted inside the collaborative business innovator role, which would help you to work in a collaborative environment. So let us go ahead and see some of these applications. So which majorly consist of, I'll majorly emphasize on the 3D dashboard, the 3D swim community, the 3D drive, 3D play, the 3D search and 6W tags, and 3D messaging. So these are 6 important applications of the collaborative business innovator role from the 3D experience platform. So let us go ahead and see each one of them live. So what is the 3D experience platform? I'll take you through it live. So here, let me switch to my browser first. As you can see, I am on this particular browser, and one thing I want to emphasize here is to work on this environment you don't need to have a full-fledged system to access the data, to view the data, to review data. You don't need to have a full-fledged system. You can work on thin clients, because the only thing which is required here is a good internet connection and a browser. So from the browser you can access to the 3D experience platform through the 3D passport login. And here, let me just log into my credentials here. So as I've logged in, this particular page would load up, and the first thing that I would see is the dashboard. So this is the 3D dashboard. So dashboard is something where I can get a bird's eye view of everything. What are different activities that are going around my organization in different teams, or what are different tasks that are involved, what is going around the world with my vendors, with my competitors. I can get a complete feel from this particular thing. A single unit data, where a single unit information where you can find here, and you can have multiple dashboards. So this is an example of dashboard, as you can see here. So I have this dashboard. There is one more. You can switch between different dashboards from here. I can switch to this particular dashboard called as resume bolter 77D design and development dashboard, which will focus on this particular webinar. And on the 3D experience platform, you have this compass, which basically consists of different roles, but we are focusing on this particular role called as collaborative business innovator, which consists of all these applications. And these applications can be dragged and added, and this complete uh, dashboard can be customized as per your need. So there are several tabs which are available, and as you can see, I have 5 different tabs, 6 different tabs here. Market research, engineering data to access my data, communities to socialize with my team members, of some office essentials, and the business analytics. So let us go ahead and see how the 3D experience platform helps us to collaborate here. So first, I have this market research tab, wherein I have this particular web page reader, which is the company's web page called as Resume, which basically is into development of different products, aiding the mining drilling bolters. So it basically develops such bolters which are used in mines for drilling holes and bolting the screenings. So we'll see the development of this through the 3D experience platform. Apart from that, you also have here an app called as Feed Reader, which should give you news, what is going around the world, what is going around a particular region on a particular topic. So here I have for this particular company, they have this mining sector flood which is going on. So they if at all any news comes at any given point of time, that can be seen from here in the mining industry. Then I also have this earth movers topic. So any news on the earth moving equipment that can be accessed from here, that can be separately opened, and the information can be taken up. And next, if I'm switch to this particular tab, which is the engineering data tab, which basically this particular tab is created to access my data. So here I have this application called as 3D Drive. So what 3D Drive does is it's a storage for their cloud platform. So as this is a cloud platform, to store the data, to access the data, you have this storage called as 3D Drive. Now, one of the best part about the 3D Drive is it not only stores the data, but it also understands the complexity of the file referencing when you're working on 3D models. So basically, a 3D model has different references like assemblies, parts, nested parts, drawings. So it basically understands that, and it is not only used to manage your CAD data, but you can also manage your non-CAD data from this. So and any kind of data that can be shared to multiple users. So if you see this particular resume folder is being shared with my other team members here, with Mr. Anirudh Ayachit and Mr. Faizuddin Syed. Now here you can provide different rights how other members can view the data. So to secure your data properly, these rights are involved here. So let's say if I want to revoke the right from Mr. Anirudh that he cannot edit the data, so that I can do as a design manager. Or if I want Mr. Faizan to work on this particular file, so at that time I can give him the right to edit. So right data goes to the right people at right point of time. This is the main focus of the 3D Drive application. And and at the same time, you can also access the data such as the parts. If you have a particular part, so you can also find the history of how that part was developed. So let's say there are different versions which are saved on the platform. So there is possibility that you can check what is the previous versions, and you can also access those previous versions, or replace them whenever you want. So these kind of flexibilities are provided here. Next application from the 3D Experience platform, which is very important, is the 3D Play. So 3D Play is basically a review application wherein any data from this particular 3D drive that can be directly opened onto the 3D Play application, and here any kind of design reviews can be done. So here, if let me just maximize this. So you have full flexibility in moving, panning, zooming, rotating this particular data, extend, and if you want to inspect this particular thing, so we have this measure tool to quickly inspect it, and you can take different sections. You can add different markups. So any kind of design review can be done from this particular tool called as 3D Play application. And the best part is, if there is any kind of markup, any kind of change that can be shared through the collaborative environment with multiple users through the communities. So communities is something which 3D Experience platform has. So basically, it's a social networking for your organization. So which is done through this application called as 3D Swim. So 3D Swim gives you an access to have different communities, similar to what we have on LinkedIn, what we have on Facebook. So basically, you can create communities. So communities can be created for different projects. It can be created for different teams. So as you can see, I have here a community called as Design Team for Mumbai. So basically, here I consist. It basically consists all my design team members from Mumbai. So now we were basically talking about a particular project here, which is the Resume Bolter 77D development. So let's just go through and follow up with all the activities that we have done. So here basically the Resume Bolter 77D, we have started the development, and as you can see, I have posted a post here called as naming as a new NPD is required for roof bolters, and we can take the references from the previous product ranges. So I've just created this post similar to what we do on the social networking platforms, and I've also shared an image where you have flexibility to share an image, share a video directly on the platform here inside the communities. So I've just shared a previous model of Muki AFF, which is a similar range of product from the same company, and we need to develop this Resume Builder 770 based on taking references from Muki AFF. I've also posted something called as a reference, so a front face drilling rig, and stating that our Muki FF has a square section hydraulic boom, and which has already proven efficient, and I wish it to be reused in the Bolter 77D development. And for that, I've also shared here that particular content. So this is the square section on the Muki FF, which can be reused in the Bolter 77D. Now this I have shared as an idea. Now you can see here, I found a notification called as Mr. Anirudh Ajit, he has liked this particular content. Okay, so these kind of notifications can be managed from the platform itself, and basically it's a collaborative platform. As I've shared this particular idea, now let me just open this idea. You can see the three different stages of this idea, which is new concept, new idea, then a concept stage, and then a project plan stage, which is the maturity stage. Now, at any given point of time, if there are multiple ideas, these ideas can be taken further to the next stage. So let's say if me being a design manager, if I like a particular idea, I can shift that to concept stage. At that time, I need to provide a particular explanation. So let's take this further. Looks efficient. And I'll just change that. Now what will happen is every team member would be notified that I have changed this particular idea from new idea to a concept stage. So they would be notified about this, and I can track these changes as well. Apart from that, you can see here there are more couple of ideas that have been shared. I've shared a question to Mr. Anirudh Rajit that can we include an option to add a mechanized mesh manipulator arm, which could handle 3.5 meter by 3 meter and would go up to a height of 8 meters. So he has commented. So basically, you have full flexibility of liking, commenting, okay, adding your ideas to this platform. Then now what he has done here is this seems to be a nice concept for him. So he has turned that question into an idea, okay, and taken that idea into the concept stage. So if I check here multiple ideas, so you can see that this is the ideation pipeline, okay, wherein I have this particular drilling arm idea by Mr. Faizanuddin Sayyed, which is in the new idea, still in the new idea stage. Then I have this mesh arm section, which is in the concept stage. And then we have this project plan, the project plan idea, the square section boom. Now this ideation pipeline, it basically helps you to focus on the views of different team members and channelize them based on the need. Yeah, so there are a couple of ideas, those are shared. There are a couple of comments. I can like those comments, I can reply on those, okay. And apart from that, there is here you can see I've just Mr. Faizuddin said had posted that let us start working on the boom assembly. So as we have developed all other portions taking references from the previous assembly, now we can start working on the boom assembly. So he has given me a comment that please align all the tasks. Now tasks can be aligned through the we do task in the communities. So here from the swim community we have something called as we do task. Now from this we do task, I can add multiple tasks to different team members. So you can see that I have assigned a CAD model development task to myself, where we need to develop the knuckle for boom assembly. And now the task is in the to-do stage. We'll see later on how this stages works. Then I have assigned a task here to Mr. Anirudh Ayachit. So to check the previous design with respect to 175 kilonewton static loading. So he has already completed this task, as you can see here. So these are multiple stages that you have to do in work or completed. So when I'm going to work on a particular task, I can shift that to in work state so that all the assigners would be notified that I am taking up this task. So this would help you to plan a particular project completely. Apart from that, you can see I've also assigned a task to Mr. Faizanuddin Sayyed to start working on the resume product manual. Okay, so parallelly, as we already have a pre-design ready, so we can start working on this product manual, and later on when we develop this boom assembly, we can just sync those changes to the product manual. So which you'll see in a couple of moments. And then I've also assigned a task to develop the marketing content. So let us go ahead and see how things work with respect to development and amalgamation of the SolidWorks 3D CAD and this 3D experience platform. So let me switch back here. Yeah, before going there, let us also see some other types of the platform. So here you can also access different applications like Yahoo Mail, Outlook Mail. So you don't need to have a separate application installed or separate application open for all these activities. All the activities from all the organization can be handled from this single platform. You can have your calculator here. There are also a couple of other applications which can be added here, and this can be customized and shared with other team members so that they can also access the same view. And here I have the collaborative task which I was talking about. So remember the to do tasks that we have developed. Now they can be seen from this collaborative task application. So here you can see, as Mr. Faisal said, he is working on this two applications because we already have the base product ready. I would start working on this CAD model development in the later part of this stage. And Mr. Anirudh Ajit, he has already completed the knuckle kit of previous thing. And apart from that, there is something called as business analytics that can be done through the 3D experience platform. So here we have an application called as Networks, NetVibes Metrics Reader. So basically, it gives you complete analytics of different uh, dif- different insights of your organization. So here you can see I have the company's revenue. So all the sister concerns, their revenue in Jan, uh, Feb, and March. So that can be that details can be seen directly from this one. On the background, we have a data file from an Excel file. From the data, that the data is live fetched here, and as a design manager or as a managing director, I can have a full view of this analytics, and any kind of change that happens into that Excel file that would be reverted here. So I can view this data in different formats as required. So here I have revenues from different companies in crores. So here this ABC Corp has high point in March and low point in Feb 20. So these kind of insights can be gathered and decisions can be taken on. Business decisions can be taken on based on these things. I also have one more reader here, which basically states that the raw material spent in crores in few years. So from 2007 to 2020, how much we have spent on these different raw materials: tungsten, stainless steel, carbide. So that is given here. So these insights can also be understood from here. Let me switch back to my presentation. So now we'll see how we can integrate the 3D Experience cloud-based platform with the SolidWorks 3D CAD. So we will start working with the part modeling and develop the knuckle. Let me switch to my SolidWorks window. So as you can see, I have my SolidWorks window here, and on this window, I have this 3D Experience class pane, which basically consists the same thing that I have on my browser. So here I can, from this compass, I can access different applications. I can access the 3D drive, which basically consists all the data, all the different folders which are shared with my team members, or something which would give me a horse eye view is the tasks. So from here I can actually access what is my task. Okay, and it would help me to focus on a particular thing from the project. So here you can see, as I have this to do task. Okay, so which is the CAD model development. So while taking this task, I will transfer by dragging this into the in-work stage. So every other member would be notified that I have changed that to in-work stage, so that I am assigning it to myself. I'm taking that particular task. And now what are the different things that I need to do to complete this task is also given inside the task only. So here, if I open this particular task, there is this brief description that I need to develop the knuckle for the boom assembly and the assembly as well. And here the community from this task is the design team community. So here is the priority, and now I've changed that to in work stage. I can also work on how much percent I've completed this task, so that my design manager would be notified that this is completed at this particular stage. And you can also plan the end date. So after the end date, if I lag this out, so I would be constantly notified that I'm lagging on my task. Now let us go ahead and drag this. So I have this attachment. I just drag this boom assembly into my SolidWorks environment. It would basically open it into background. So it could take a 1 minute to open. as you can see, I've opened this assembly, okay, which I need to work, which is still given inside my task pane. And from here I can access this data. So let me just hide all the content. So here I need to develop this knuckle. So let us take a reference from the boom assembly. So a knuckle with the ID of 65 mm. So let me develop a new part here. I'll take a particular template. Here I'll just develop this particular sketch on the top plane. I'll add a circle here of 65 mm and an outer boundary of, let's say, 120 mm. And I'll just move this here, add a constraint here, and then let me exit from this sketch and directly convert this into 3D. I'll just extrude this out. So let's say about 125 mm would be fine. I'll sketch on the front plane here. I'll from this front plane I'll add two more circles, concentrics, and instead of uh, creating the dimensions, I'll just go into the fully defined sketch and all the dimensions would be ready on my screen where I need to just develop these dimensions. So I'll just make this inner dia as 65, the OD as 120 mm, and this distance, let's say about 165. So I've added these dimensions. Let me go ahead and convert this into a hollow cylinder. So here I'll just switch this, and let's say I'll just put this about 150 mm. Now these are two cylinders. I need to connect them. So I'll start working on the top plane again. I like to work with center lines, so I'll just add these center lines here. Okay, a horizontal one and a vertical one, and then taking references of this, I'll just select this particular edge and convert that into a circle, so that anytime this particular entity changes, my sketch reference would also change. I'll add one more line here. Before going to that, this dynamic mirror entity would help me to mirror out fast sketch entities. So I'll just choose this particular line here, and as you can see that this is being mirrored directly. And taking the vertical reference, I'll just add this here. Afterwards, I'll just go ahead and add the distance between these two as 25, the angle as 4 mm, 4 degrees, and this pocket depth maybe around 90. Yeah, as long as I've added this, okay, I can also add a few more entities like a rectangle here, snap it to the silhouette edge, and enter the dimension as 70. Okay, and afterwards I'll just exit from this particular sketch here. Now the regions, even those regions can be selected directly from the contour selection tool, and that can be extruded. So I'll just extrude this by 120 mm, and here I'll use this pocket to convert that into a cut, and I'll just use the both side options to cut it through all. I'll just hide this sketch for now. Here you can see that SolidWorks has completely created this particular thing with that single sketch. And as you can see, for this rod eye, I have to remove to insert the rod eye here. I have to remove these portions. So this can be done with an extrude cut, but still I'll use the delete face functionality of SolidWorks to quickly fix up this area. So I'll just select them and just go into the faces option and just delete them. So here it will not only delete but understand the geometry and patch it up nicely. Finally, the sharp edges, they can be removed by using the fillets. So if I go into the fillet command here, I can just select these fillets, and with this selection helper, I can quickly select all the concave edges. I can quickly apply those. And if there are any kind of referenced features, even those features can be directly added here. I just make this a little short. And from the design library, I can access different components, different features, different smart features. So smart features are something like where I can import a grease fitting port from a previous component directly onto this new component. Here I need to specify a particular configuration. So I have a quarter-inch counterbore port, and the dimension reference should be from this particular face. So herein I'll just enter the total height was 125, so we want it at the mid plane, and angle I can change it to 60 degree. So these kind of smart features can be quickly added to shorten the design time cycle. So once I've added that, I'll just add a material to this to give the physical significance. So here I'll just choose AISI 1020. As you can see, uh, it not only adds a appearance to that, but you can also calculate different entities such as weight, mass, volume, etc. depending upon the material. Let us go ahead and save this part. So I'll just save this inside my local drive as knuckle. I'll just save this. Here, if I wish to upload this, now I can quickly upload this onto my 3D drive. Let me just close this for the moment. And here on my 3D drive, I can quickly upload this assembly, this particular part. So once I've uploaded that, all other members which have access to edit this particular thing can be able to make changes to this file. So here I have this add option. So let me go ahead and close this for now. So we have seen how we can develop this part. Now we'll see how we can document our drawing here in SolidWorks. So I'll open the knuckle again. So I can just go into the make drawings from this part and create a new drawing. Here I need to specify a particular template for that. So here from the view palette, I can quickly import different views that I need. So I'll just import a front view here. I can import a top view. I can import a side view, right view, and I'll just add an isometric view as well. If I need to remove some entities, I can remove those. I can change the display of this view. If I want to add different annotations, I can quickly add the dimensions. If I want to take a section view as well, even that can be done quickly by using the section view option. I'll just select it here and I have it ready on my screen. And then if a detailed view is required, even that can be added. Just snap it here and a detailed view can be easily placed. And even this one is dynamic. And to add the dimensions related to this view, I can go to the model items command and just add all the dimensions. Yeah. So you can see my complete drawing is ready within few seconds. So I can just save this drawing and move ahead by just saving it onto my 3D experience platform here. So let us save this. Now I'll just close this for the moment and go back to my presentation. So next we'll see how you can model the assembly. So to model the assembly, I will call all the components here, and from my 3D experience platform, okay, I can access the 3D search. So here I can find the knuckle kit. So this 6W tags would actually help me in understanding the to filter out the data with respect to where that data resides, what the data is, when that data was created or modified, who was using that particular data. So you can see the geolocation, the source where it was stored, the type of data, the modification date. So these would help me to filter the data out from the 3D Experience platform. So here I have the knuckle kit assembly in my 3D drive which was created. So I'll just import this. So now I am actually accessing the data from my cloud platform onto my SolidWorks here. So your SolidWorks is connected to the 3D Experience platform. So what we'll do is we just move this out and add a mate between this. I'll call one more entity here. One more replica of this knuckle kit. I'll add one more mate. And just reverse this mate out. Yeah. So you can see that I've added this mates here. Let us go ahead and add the raw die to these knuckles. Let's pull this a little bit out. Snap this here. So basically, the whole idea here is to work in a connected environment, and wherein you can import the data directly from the cloud storage, from the 3D Experience platform, which is basically shared in a collaborative environment, and multiple people can work on different assemblies on it, different projects on it. So let me go ahead. Then for the technical documentation, as we have already seen that I have these tasks which are listed out in my community, which is the having a resume product manual. So let me just open that. So basically, you can see here that this was assigned to Mr. Faizuddin Sayyed. So he has completed that 60%. Now, why it is 60%? Because we are still working on the CAD model development. So once the CAD model development is completed, this will be synced to this, and this task will be then completed. So let me go into my task. I just complete this as I've completed that particular assembly, and that is now shared on the 3D Experience platform. So I'll just complete this task. So once this task is complete, that is shifted to the completed stage, and everyone would be notified. And here, as Mr. Faizuddin Sayed has also completed this task, he must have uploaded this particular thing on the. You can see here. So I'll just preview this, and that preview would be opened into the 3D Play application, where I can access that particular product manual which was created using SolidWorks Composer. So SolidWorks Composer is a great tool in terms of creating interactive product manuals, creating assembly instruction manuals. So here I have an example for that, which is now been accessed from the 3D Experience platform. Here I have different ways to access this data. You can see an animation which is embedded inside that uh, manual. I can switch to different views which was created. So if uh, a consumer want to remove a particular cylinder, so these are the different modes that he can go through by removing this expander pin, then by pushing this out, turning this out, and then removing the expander pin again, and then remove the cylinder out. So these kind of instruction sets can be directly created through the SolidWorks Composer, and it not only does this, but there are a couple of other things that can be done, such as animation, interactive content, operational procedures. You can also include part list and guides. Even the content that we have seen on the platform, that can be done, that can be sent to the consumer as offline, as well as you can put this on your websites as well. And we can also have technical publications. So moving ahead, then we have the SolidWorks inspection tool, which basically helps you in terms of developing streamlining the complete inspection process in terms of developing the inspection reports. So you can automate the development of the inspection reports through the SolidWorks inspection. Let me just give you an example here. So I'll just open a particular drawing here. So here on my SolidWorks, I have this SolidWorks inspection tab, and on my inspection tab, I can create a new inspection project. Here I can take different templates. So I'll just accept this template. Here I can specify the part name, and so it automatically reads the custom properties from the document. So I can just enter this one, enter a part number directly, a revision, document name, and a couple of other things. I can also specify the vendor which is included and the job number for this. Any other custom properties such as weight or anything can be easily added, or checked by, created by can be added. Next, I can include what all dimensions I need to balloon out, and that would be included in my characteristic tree. So I'll just select all those. Here I can specify all the default tolerances in linear or angular medium, and just hit OK. So complete drawing will be ballooned in within seconds. So this is a very tedious process to do manually, but this automation is really helpful. And you can see each of this characteristic, and that can be then exported. This document can be exported as a 2D PDF, including the balloonings, and you can also export this to the Excel in different formats. So there are some industry standard templates which are already included. You can also create your own template here, and that can be exported. So I have already have exported that. Let me just open it here. Here is the document which was directly created, and then I can inspect the results. Let's say 29.6, and you can see here. So basically, to streamline the complete inspection process, reduce the inconsistencies that you have, to also improve the time to market by shortening the inspection process. And you can also use digital calipers, other tools, and this can be also connected to the CMM system. Next, we'll see how you can develop the marketing content for your equipments using SolidWorks Visualize. So SolidWorks Visualize is a great tool in terms of creating photo quality images with high definition renderings. So you can not only go for still images, but you can also develop interior panoramas, exterior VRs, one clicks, 360 degree spins, and rendered animations as well. So as I can go into my platform here to see this particular task which was developed for the marketing content, and here Mr. Faizan has already shared the marketing images. So I can just simply open this by previewing it here. So these kind of renders can be created from the SolidWorks Visualize. So it should help you in terms of marketing, creating marketing collaterals. So these are some examples. You can also create 360 degree sprints, interactive content for web portals, online experiencing. So finally, when the tasks are completed, they can easily change the percent of how much that was completed, and they can close it or take into the completion stage, or they can also comment. Like if I want to comment here, uh, so they would be notified with my comment here, and we can take it further to the completion stage. So basically, this is a complete connected system for a collaborative environment. with the amalgamation of SolidWorks and the 3D Experience platform. And there is this future roadmap where we have couple of cloud-based design tools. So now you can not only access the data or collaborate on cloud, but you can also design on cloud. So for this, you don't need any high-end systems. You can directly work on your thin clients, tablets, to develop your designs, to develop your assemblies, to develop integrate complex designs. Uh, so these are some rules: 3D Creator, 3D Sculptor, and the Sheet Metal Creator. So which can be directly used on touch devices, on thin clients. So only thing you need is a browser and a good internet connection. Apart from that, if I talk about the next thing, is the Age Novia. So you have a complete high-end PPLM system to manage your data, to manage your projects across the organization. And then we have Simulia, which is powered by the powerful Abacus Solver technology. So this was a roadmap ahead, starting with the collaborative business innovator role. You can add this into the product range. Uh, Further, I would also like to recommend you to attend the couple of other webinars that we would have on this particular topic in industrial equipment. So there is a webinar on 2nd of February with respect to aligning the data complexity of the industrial equipment using this product called as SolidWorks PDM. Apart from that, how you can validate your industrial products with SolidWorks simulation, which is on 16th February. So this is highly recommended to attend these webinars. Finally, we are at the end of this webinar here.